Hello everyone, I'm DireFox240, and once again joined by Direwolf as always, and welcome back to Prowler Power Hour!
I wouldn't know about always.
Well, I mean, you're there, it just doesn't mean that you're present in mind.
What about when I'm out fixing the car and whatnot?
Oh, that's true. That hasn't happened in a while, though.
But it happens.
But it does happen.
It's
okay.
not always.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so... Direwolf being his standard self. As always. That I can say as always. You're always yourself.
No.
No?
I'm not always myself.
Oy, oy, oy. You derail me so hard all the time, I swear to God. I don't remember what I was actually going to lead with. But... Either way, that's right. I apologize if I'm a little bleh this episode. Things have been kind of crazy. But, otherwise, let's talk to, Elder Wyverian Granny Lady? I don't know what she's gonna tell me. I've been waiting for your return, young hunter. You've reached HR 7. Congratulations are in order. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news on such a happy occasion, but we have a bit of a situation. We thought the disappearances of the monsters and airships were over, but now they're happening again. It seems like Nakarkos is looking to feed again, but this time it's even worse. Areas that were previously safe are reporting regular attacks every day. It can only mean that this monster is even fiercer and more ravenous than ever before. I've already given the order to recall the expedition team. Let's hope it gets to them before Nakarkos does. Spoiler alert. I'm pretty sure the expedition team does not survive. You don't know where this thing's gonna strike, just that it will. Keep your eyes open and your weapon close. Awesome.
There's an awful lot of death in this game for a kid's game.
That's the thing, I'm still not 100% sure if this is technically a kid's game.
Is it rated E for everyone?
I believe it's rated T for teen. I'd have to look at the box. But, you know.
If it's rated T for teen, it's only because of the skimpy outfits.
Probably. I mean, I gotta admit, the freaking Kezu armor, though, is, freaking fabulous for Rise. But Kezu armor has always been fabulous. And no one can
Fabulous!
Fabulous! Oh, Lord. Kezu is just a walking meme, Lord, and nobody can convince me otherwise.
You need to put more fabulous into that fabulous.
Listen, my voice does not emote very well.
It emotes just fine.
I guess, correction, my voice probably emotes just fine, but I do not emote very fine. Well enough. Whatever.
You emote just fine.
God damn it, human. And we're off to a great start with already a goddammit human. Oy. If memory serves
It's just that your acting ability is shit.
Oh, well, yeah. I'm not an actress. Not at all. I'm awful at it. I've attempted to do it before, and it was, with great failure. I can read things just fine. But, you know.
Just remember, kids, great actors also means they're great liars.
This is true. I mean, because by default, you have to kind of lie to yourself and other people. That kind of...
No, you not only have to lie to others, you have to lie to yourself first.
Yeah, I guess that's fair enough. Oh god, I think this is the woman that I, she wants me to go collect Mufa fur. And she's just like, you didn't kill them, did you? I think that's who this is. Oh, Hunter, just the person I wanted to... Ah! Please help us! Sorry, I'm usually much more composed than this, but there's a real crisis going on. Burnett and the Academy have a bit of a joint trade caravan going, which trades goods in faraway villages. They were on their way back when a large load of trade goods... when they ran into a pack of large monsters. They were unable to run away just in time. Or they were able to run away. God, I keep just assuming that they die. But now they're sitting ducks out there. Who knows how long they'll have before the Tigrex crashes through their camp or the Rathalos burns down their tents.
Oh, you're gonna have fun with this one.
That's when it's gonna suck. Look, you're the only one you have to turn to. You simply have to drive off these monsters. It's almost as if some of the biggest bullies in the Jurassic frontier decided to group up to ruin our- or to gang up to ruin our day. And I was asking a lot of you-
you should say that.
What?
That they ganged up just to ruin your day. Well, you might be right.
Capcom, I'm looking at you. You devised these quests. Oh god. I know I was asking a lot of you to go out there and hunt all of them, but you've got Palicos too, right? I am a Palico! God damn it, woman! I'm sure you can manage it if you work together. I'll update your request log. Please, Hunter, we're counting on you. I am wearing the skin of Valstrax. I should be fine. It is a village quest. Alright.
I still stand by my original statement that I'm going to be pissed if you can't play as the Palico or the Palamute.
In Rise? Oh, they would have announced that by now if you could.
Well, I would assume that you can play as the Palico, but not the Palamute.
Maybe, because since you can ride the Palamute, and you can pretty much control it that way.
Yes.
But the Palicos have been neutered really bad in comparison to what they were in GU.
Well, that's because now you have the Palamute with you.
Exactly, the Palamute serves as the damage dealer, and the Palico is just, oh, hey, here's some support. Are you gonna give me another quest? Glad to see your head is still on your shoulders and no bigger than last I saw it, despite all the praise you must be getting. Listen up, though, because I got some info you might be interested in. So there's this remote Wyverian village, Cathar, way up in the mountains. Oh, I've heard of that. About as remote as the chance of a Brachydios proposing to the Guildmarm.
Savage.
God damn it! This is why I read all the dialogue. I forgot about that one. Anyway, the Grand Guru there sent me an urgent message. Seems like a Shagaru Magala's shown up in the sanctuary up on Heaven's Mount. Okay. Shagaru Magala is an elder dragon with beautiful white scales, but don't let its looks fool you, it's a brute. Oh my god. Alright. I'm sorry, I'm just so freaking... This man is just downright savage, I love it. That's where you get the Aqualug hammer, okay. Sorry, the Aqualug whammer. Never change. Frickin' Monster Hunter, never change. Well, actually change, but don't frickin' get rid of the jokes. Oh right, she got new ingredients. Oh, that's not that one. Where is it? Wyvern Amber Ale. Yeah, sure. Oh god, I can make all sorts of stuff with this. Don't mind me. Jesus. Alright. Well, that happened. On to Kokoto Village. That's the one thing with this. It's like I always spend all the freaking warm-up time talking to all the people that give me quests. Who is it? Who is it this time? Nice and meaty, springy and soft, and firm all at the same time. That's a lead-in. Jesus Christ. Oh, good time in Hunter. I was admiring another treasure I found in the Jurassic Frontier. You want a gander? I'm not sure I do.
Hey, just remember.
What?
It's not a dirty joke if they're too young to understand what a dirty joke is.
That is true, considering, in one word, Disney. The amount of freaking dirty jokes in old Disney movies. No, not even old Disney movies, but,
Old Disney movies.
Yeah, old Disney movies had a lot.
Which castle was it that was made up entirely of dicks in the original version?
The Little Mermaid. I still have, well, my parents have the old VHS box, and I looked at it once, and there is very clearly a very phallic object as one of the center spears. What are you giving me that look for? I'm just talking about this here king meat. The biggest, juiciest cut of meat around. Just by looking at you, I can tell that size means a lot to you. You want some of this meat, no question. What the frick are we doing?
I stand by my statement.
God freaking damn it. Oh well, settle those treasured trembles of yours, cause I'll gladly let you have some on one condition. See, you can't talk a tasty frontier meat without mentioning Laranov. Problem is, we got some competition, and that comes in the form of a Glavenus. Hunt me one and I'll guarantee us even more meat in the future. See, what's upsetting me is I am the same height as this little Wyverian man. So the insinuations are, love how king meat is the quest reward.
It's not that you're short, it's that everybody else is too tall.
Well, I'm a cat. Oh. Screw you, Direwolf. Oh, Jesus. This is not what I anticipated when I started this, but you know what? It's fine. What do you have to say to me? Hi, Hunter. I need to talk to you about something. Well, actually, about someone. Oh, God. But before I get into that, are you okay? You're not seriously injured, are you? Why would I be? I heard all about that ludicrous quest that that the Yukumo gal has sent you on... Oh god. I've also heard that she's been betting a few hunters here and there to take on some ridiculous quests.
So, sister, cousin, mom,
Love interest, I don't freaking know.
Yukumo gal?
Yeah, and then she's Yukumo's sweetheart.
Oh.
So, it could be anything.
And the one in purple in the back is the Yukumo gal?
Yeah. Well, no, sorry, she's the quest giver. The Yukumo gal is further off to the right of the screen, off screen, if she's there. She's not always there. Now we have a missing hunter on our hands. I'm afraid the poor hunter might be lying hurt somewhere, or worse. Ultimately, I'm responsible for her actions, so I have to arrange a search party to retrieve the missing hunter. The quest was based in the Misty Peaks, so I'll send the search party to look there first. However, the two Zenogres that the hunter was targeting are likely still roaming in the area. Sorry to ask this, but can you hunt those two monsters so that we can search for the missing hunter? You can sign up for this quest at the Hunter's Hub. I'm so sorry to drag you into this. Oh, it's a hub quest? Oh, well. Feline Beautiful set? Oh boy. Custom armor set. Is that everyone now? Oh, thank god. So now we have a bunch of new quests that I'm probably not going to do today. God, there's so many quests. What level am I? Am I still level 35? Sadness, I am. I just want a level break, damn it! That's all I want. I just want to be able to get to level 50. And then 99. Which take forever. Oh, snap! Welcome back, Hunter. Congrats on reaching HR7. You're really putting those other hunters to shame. Anyway, you're ready to take on 7-star quests now. That means I can give you the toughest quests we have. Almost. There are still certain quests I can't tell you about. Yet. Is that hyper monsters? So if that's hyper monsters, I'm scared. Quests that are so challenging that you must meet certain conditions just to try them. Crazy, right? I'm trying to gather some more information on them, so how about you go on a hunt to kill some time, and maybe some lives.
Oh, God.
She didn't add the and other lives part. I did. Just so you know.
Well, I did not know.
But you're welcome. Jesus. Crap. I need to look. I completely forgot. I need to look up the HR7 key quests. I don't think we're gonna get nearly to all of them today. But I want to at least do the Prowler missions. And, maybe one of the key quests, depending on if we have time.
Hang on.
You gotta go do something?
Yeah, I gotta go check some horse basically. Somebody say stuff in the next room.
Oh, okay. Direwolf is off to investigate mysteries. Alright, so let's see, what do we got? Yukumo Gal Special. Oh lord. Oh lord. Alright. Well, we're gonna hunt the Volvodon. Because dagnabbit, I know one of these Prowler quests eventually nets me a level cap break, and I don't want to do extraneous quests until that happens. Because I don't want to waste the EXP, damn it. Oh, and before I freaking forget, there are some thanks in order. Lucas on the YouTubes. I really appreciate you, dude. I know this might sound a little odd, and I apologize. But if you still want those Prowlers, by all means, let me know. Essentially, I'd have to just start a hub and then gift them to you. I'd be doing it via my actual, like, main account, because the Prowlers are actually level 99 on that one. Or at least most of them are. Granted, oh Jesus. Brain fart. Welcome back. Mystery solved. No, probably.
But it sounded like it was coming from an extra order.
Gotcha. I was just thanking Lucas for binge watching the entire YouTube series.
Oh, yeah.
And reminding folks that if they do want the Prowlers, I will be more than happy to share them with people.
Basically just DM you on Discord.
Yeah, DM me on Discord, or like a Twitch whisper would also work.
Oh, yeah.
That's something I forgot about until pretty much just now.
But yeah, Discord or Twitch, and can either give you essentially the spreadsheet setups, or can just give you the friend code and...
Well, I wouldn't even have to necessarily do that. It would just be, being in the same hub as me, and then I could just share all the cats.
Oh.
They made it really easy, which is nice. I would have to give them also what we call the Wex cat, which is weakness exploit, which was a DLC only cat from Japan, as well as I think another one. I have all of them.
A couple of DLC Japan only cats.
I think I have all of them because one of the people I met.
No, I know you have all of them. I'm just saying it's more than one or two. I thought.
Oh yeah, it's a ridiculous amount. They made a Zelda themed one. They made a they made one that specializes in using that rapid Meow tank. Like they went all out with the cats on the MHGU. I mean, granted, it's like you only have limited slots for abilities in GU, whereas in like World and I think Rise probably, I assume they're keeping the same system. You only get one ability period.
Oh.
Which is why the Palicos suck in World. Because they can only do. Sorry, I knocked over roll down. They can only heal you or, whatever else you set them to do. Steal items, traps, etc. Whereas if you set one up in GU, you can do all of those things with just one Kato. And granted, I imagine implementing a system like that in World probably was one of those things that they were like, oh god, don't ask us to do this again.
They might have been that way. They might have done it that way in World because they were prepping for Rise.
Maybe.
Because they were like, we're going to use the same engine for Rise. We don't want to have to reprogram a portion of the engine because we're going to add Palamutes.
Maybe. I mean, it is a different team that's working on Rise than what worked on World.
Yeah. And the team that worked on Rise probably should have worked on World, too.
Yeah, but they specialized in the mobile side. Like, their whole thing was they did the mobile frickin' Monster Hunters. If I remember correctly. I could be wrong. I don't think the director from World is still with Capcom. Because Ichinose is kind of, not new, but he's not the same director for World. If I remember correctly. Also, shout out to Ichinose, by the way. He's just... his tweets make me giggle.
Yeah.
He's been dropping those little frickin' spoilers, quote-unquote. They're not quite spoilers. And then usually like a day or two later, we get the actual answer. Like the frickin'...
It's a great community interaction thing, though.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna leak something, and it's gonna be like a 2-year-old drew it, and you're gonna have all the fun of trying to figure out what the hell you're looking at.
Yeah, then 2 days later, you get the actual full, like, model.
That's nicer than I would have been. I would have actually not dropped the real thing until you, like, have the actual game come out. And, like, if you want to see what it looks like, buy the game.
Oh, you're
or
a
watch
cool
YouTube.
bastard, though. Yeah.
It's like, we have monsters inspired by these.
By these random paint drawings.
Yeah, by these kindergartner drawings. Have fun figuring out what the actual end result looks like because it has almost nothing to do with these drawings. It's just inspired by.
Oh, yeah. Although, I'm actually really glad that they kept, the Fanged Beast one. Was it Goss Harang, I think is the name? I'm just gonna call it Goss.
What about Goth?
Sure. He's an Oni. The freaking Oni monster. I'm actually glad that they didn't leak him until the trailer. Like, the third trailer. Because I feel like well, actually, no, that's not necessarily true, because the mermaid monster is also really close to the doodle and the inspiration, same with the Tengu. But if they had just drawn, like, an Oni mask, like a red or a blue or both, like half and half Oni mask, that might have been too much of a hint, just because he's still bipedal. Bipedal? Is it bipedal or bipedal?
Pedal.
Pedal? Okay. That's what I thought.
Pedal is what you do on a bike.
Pedal bike. I'm sorry. I just imagined freaking Goss on a pedal bike.
While I do really like my pedal bikes,
Like
I also have a soft spot for pedal cars.
Oh, pedal cars are a freaking blast. I grew up on pedal cars, okay? I Flintstones my way all around the freaking playground. I'm in preschool, alright?
There's a couple of different kinds of pedal cars.
True, but I'm
One
talking
is
about...
actual a Flintstone car.
Yeah, I'm talking about the actual, like, Flintstone one, the red one with the yellow roof.
Oh god, no, that's not a pedal car.
Oh, you're talking about one with actual pedals that, like, that operates like a bicycle?
Yes.
Oh. Oh.
Yes.
My bad.
There's at least 2 types that I know of. One is, essentially, it's like one of those pedal boats where it's directly connected to the wheels on that axle.
Yeah.
So, like, it's directly connected to the front wheels or something like that somehow. And then there's the other version, which you can go right over to the store over here, Tractor Supply.
Yeah.
Especially out here in Amish country for some reason. And it's it's kind of like a go-kart, but essentially like the frame doesn't go around the person. It's just it's like a 2-bar center frame.
Oh, okay.
The 2 bars are vertical in the center, and they go underneath the person between their legs to the back, and it's connected to the front and rear axles, and it looks essentially like a go-kart, and there's a pedal right there below the steering wheel, more or less, with a sprocket and a chain that runs all the way to the back axle and turns both back tires.
Oh.
And you're on like 8 or 10-inch rubber tires, like essentially rubber air-filled go-kart tires.
That's amazing, actually.
Some of them have gears.
Like gearing, like multiple, like shift first to second.
Like a mountain bike or a road bike. Like you have
like sprockets and stuff.
Yeah, a couple of different sprockets.
Oh, that's cool as hell.
Although I think it's more like the old beach cruiser bikes. I used to have one that had.
Oh, I love that thing. That thing was so cool looking.
I used to have one that had a 3-speed wheel. There was gears inside the hub of the wheel. It had one chain and one sprocket on the back and one sprocket on the front, and it was like one of those old light switches where you had the pull chain, like out of the movies and shit. Like, yeah, I haven't really seen one in a house in literally forever.
Yeah, of
you
course.
pull it down, you pull the chain, it clicks, and it goes on or off.
Yeah.
Well, the bike had that. And you did it, and it went up, and then it started going down. So you went first, second, third, and you hit it again, and you went down to second, and you hit it again, and it went down to first.
That's trippy as hell.
Yeah, I imagine it had like a planetary gear set or something like that inside of the hub.
Yeah, we don't have that one anymore, do we?
No, that one has been gone for like 10 years or more.
Oof, yeah. Because I think that...
And it's the only one I've ever seen.
It was like it was a Schwinn, wasn't it?
I feel like it was probably a Schwinn.
I want to say it was a Schwinn.
Yeah.
I can never pronounce Schwinn quite right. I just kind of wing it.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the only beach cruiser I've ever seen like that. Then again, I don't really come in contact with
beach
almost
cruisers?
any beach cruisers because I'm not at the beach.
Yeah, we're not beach people. Well, no, I correct myself on that. The only thing I do on a beach is I get a towel, I get an umbrella, and I read books. And I just chill.
Well, that's because you have to deal with the northeast states beaches in America.
Yeah, it's true.
Where the water and beaches are just, as far as I'm concerned, they're disgusting.
Yeah.
Okay, brown, briny, sandy water. No.
Yeah. We're not like
stinky, cold, shitty beaches. No. In the middle of the summer, those beaches are hot enough to melt the freaking skin off your feet.
Truth.
Literally. And there's trash and shit like that. I mean, they try to keep them
clean,
fair, but...
Well, the beach is anyway clean, but...
Yeah.
Unfortunately, people don't pay as much attention
It's
to
nothing like a Baywatch beach.
True. Or like the freaking clear waters of like the Bahamas or something.
Well, that's what I mean.
Oh.
The
Where was Baywatch?
Florida.
Was it Florida?
Or California.
I think
it was supposed to be Florida, like Miami, Florida, but it's
like
been literally 2 decades since I've seen that show.
Well, yeah, of course.
Okay. But yeah, clear waters, clean and clean fairly white sands instead of like the brown sand.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Like I've seen pictures.
If our
but...
beaches were like Baywatch, I'd have gone to the fucking beach. And I'm not talking about the people on the beach. I'm talking about like the actual scenery, land,
oh yeah,
water,
it's gorgeous.
You know, all the fish and shit. Yeah, I'd have gone to the fucking beach and liked it.
Oh yeah,
I
me
hate
too.
the fucking beach.
Same.
At least any beach within reasonable driving distance of me.
Yeah. I mean, granted, I also just don't like sand. So.
I also prefer being able to figure out what the hell is going to kill me.
That's fair. If there is something threatening, you want to know about it.
Or being able to open my eyes underwater without going blind permanently.
Yeah, that's fair. See, I could never open my eyes underwater and actually, like, deal with it for a couple of seconds.
Well, that's different than literally getting sand in your eyes.
True. That's also true.
That's what I was going with.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. Because our
sandy,
freaking water
briny,
is so...
dirt water.
Yeah, it's just so...
It's abrasive.
It's very abrasive. I actually remember, the few times I have gone to the beach, I used to use the water to actually, like, exfoliate my freaking wrists and stuff.
Yeah.
Because it was that freaking sandy.
Yeah. The freaking beach water we have in our quote-unquote area, or within reasonable driving distance, that water will literally take the paint off of the car.
Yeah.
Like, if that shit fell from the sky as rain, you'd be repainting your car every week.
Oh my god. Could you imagine if freaking we got sand rain like that? That'd be crazy.
I mean, you technically do get sand rain because
anything
anything held up in the sky is what the moisture accumulates on, and that forms raindrops. So
yeah, true enough.
Things like soot, dust, sand, anything up in a cloud is what it'll form on.
Yeah, true. Whatever small particulate.
Yes.
I forgot about that.
It's just the particulate is so small.
Oh yeah, that it doesn't really do anything.
Well, no, you don't see it for the most part.
Yeah. True.
It also doesn't really affect like paint and whatnot that bad because it literally
the tiny particulate, you mean?
Yeah, it literally has no mass. So if it has no mass,
it's got no momentum essentially.
Yeah, it has no energy when hitting something.
Yeah.
It would have to be moving like literally 1,000,000 miles an hour to have enough
Or
energy.
the speed of light, as Gray would say.
Yeah.
Oh, balls. Wound Uragan's jaw. Alright, I'm gonna think about
Off
this.
to fight the Crimson Chin?
Yeah, we're fighting the Crimson Chin. But I gotta think about this. I don't know if grabbing a water weapon is more effective than using my dragon element weapon. I don't remember what he's weak to, elemental-wise. And if he is somewhat weak to dragon, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. Let's see,
You're just gonna be dragging in and around?
Something like that. Right, bastard. Well, that's the armor. I'm looking at the wrong crap. Where is... Well, there's the Lagia anchor. Where the hell is the, Oh, there it is. 32 water. Versus 24 dragon and 130 attack.
I like that parasol.
Yeah, the parasol's sweet.
No, like, it's got a crescent moon and stars on it.
Oh, yeah. They kept this for Rise also, by the way.
Nice.
So, that is always nice.
Oh, and the patterns on the bottom side, too.
Mm-hmm. Alright, where is Uragaan armor? Uragaan. Oh, he is weak to dragon. He's more weak to water. But, yeah, that's the old trick that I use. If you look at the monster's armor, you can tell what they're weakest to elemental-wise. Because it corresponds with the armor. That holds true for, I think, every monster? Or damn near. Yeah, we'll try it with the Valstrax weapon. And hope I do enough damage to break it. Otherwise, I'll have to do it again and use the, Mizutsune weapon. It should be fine. It's a Prowler quest. and they tend to make these easier because we're cats. God, what was I saying about Goss? The freaking Oni monster? I don't remember. Either way. I knew I was gonna get mega distracted from any and all things. It's just the nature of the game. Yes, human?
You said something about distractions.
Yes, and you are appropriately distracting me at the moment.
Yep.
Ah!
Nose boobs.
Damn it. For the confused people in the crowd, I might as well be a cat girl, kind of. That sounded really bad. I act very much like a cat, and I don't know why, per se. But let me tell you, having a cat girl as your companion is not all it's cracked up to be. Quote Dire Fox. I feel like we've talked about this before, but I can't remember.
Quote Dire Wolf.
Yeah, both of us. Quote Dire Wolf specifically. Ugh.
All of the downsides with none of the ups.
Yeah, I don't know what Elon's thinking. He wants to freaking make cat girls a reality. I don't think he realizes the depression he's in for. Granted, I'm not even sure Elon would care if he, like, quote-unquote failed. Like, if he somehow succeeded in making cat girls a thing, but they weren't exactly cat girls.
I don't know enough about that to know if that's actually just a meme or not. Like,
I don't know either.
If he really actually said it, and or if he actually meant it.
I'm pretty sure he actually said it, but I don't know if he meant it. Which, I mean, it's Elon, so... he says a lot of things.
Yeah. And because it's Elon, everybody's like, you know, if he meant it, he's going to figure out how to do it.
Yeah,
or run out of money trying.
I mean, he made SpaceX, he made Tesla, and he said he was going to do those things, among a bunch of other stuff, if I'm not mistaken.
Something like that.
I still find it funny that he managed to... or not he managed to, he didn't really do anything. He just put hashtag Bitcoin on his profile and increased Bitcoin's freaking value by 20% or something. 10%? 10%,
I think it was 20.
It was a lot. It was a significant number. Just because.
Yeah.
Like, if that doesn't tell you about, like, mob mentality, I don't know what does. Oh, Elon does a thing! Everybody who likes Elon should do this thing! Do I have that right?
I think it was more along the lines of trolls.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
also
oh,
this.
He's being a meme lord. Why not just buy a little bit?
Yeah, why not just buy a little bit of Bitcoin? I mean, granted, it was also riding off of the GameStop nonsense that's going on.
Still going on.
Still going on, yeah. Damn it! You turned around. Right at the moment. Jesus. I didn't want you to turn around. I don't know how we missed each other, but alright.
As far as I'm aware, the GameStop thing, no one did anything nearly illegal. It was just a bunch of people being like, hey, I wonder if we can start a craze by spending our money.
Yeah, like, unless there's some sort of, like, I don't know,
and they
weird...
succeeded.
Yeah, unless there's, like, some sort of weird investment law that I don't know about, which is quite possible. But, I don't know. I don't do stocks. I don't play the Wall Street game or any of that nonsense. So I got no frickin' clue. There are smarter people out there that know better than I do, for sure. Well, maybe not even necessarily smarter, just more informed. Oh god,
I'll tell you right now, they're making me wish that I had had a little bit of fucking GameStop stock.
Right?
Before they started this.
Well, it started at like $4 a share.
Yeah, and now it's like $1,000 a share or something like that.
They're trying to get it to $1,000.
No, they're trying to get it to some of them are trying to get it to $1,500.
Yes, I don't remember where they're at though.
I no idea.
Last time I heard, they were at several $100s at least, and that was like 3 days ago.
Last I heard, I thought it was like 900.
Maybe.
Because I heard they were trying to get it to, like, from what I heard, they were trying to get it to a certain amount, like $1,000, and it passed it, and now everybody's like, wait, you know what? Let's try and make it like 15 because we're doing really well right now.
Yeah. And like I know Duo was kind of panicking, well not panicking, but he was like, you might want to spend your GameStop points because there might not be no GameStop soon. And I'm like, listen, I don't use my GameStop points for anything except for renewing the card anyway, and the occasional like awesome sale thing. I'm not super worried about it. I knew GameStop was having bad problems. It was a matter of time, unfortunately.
Well, that's also partially because of their business practices and shit.
Well, yeah, exactly.
It's also
Oh, Jesus.
not helped by freaking not game companies,
Developers?
no.
Publishers?
No, the actual console companies
Oh.
pushing to move everything on digital only.
Yeah. Purely digital media.
Yeah, because they make more money that way.
Oh, they make a frick ton more money.
Yeah, they make
They charge the same
bang
price for the
that
digital
way.
copy as they do for the physical copy.
And there's no middleman.
Yeah, and there's no middleman.
There's
so
no
it just goes
physical.
straight.
There's no physical manufacturing process. There's no shipping. There's no logistics. There's no having to try and sell copies to a company. There's
no overstock.
Yeah, there's no overstock. There's no sitting on a shelf storage fees. Like there's nothing. There's the cost of manufacturing the actual digital content of the game, the development cost, and the server maintenance.
Yeah.
And then they get to dictate what the cost of the game is, period. So 5 years down the line, that $50 game is still $50,
Yeah, there's no depreciation.
rather than getting a brand new copy for like 15 because they want the shelf space and
Yeah.
it didn't sell.
Which to me is,
And there's no used copies either.
yeah, and honestly, when looking at like the literary business, like book publishing, that kind of practice is absolutely heinous to me. Because the whole point of people who self-publish books is because it's, more accessible, it's more affordable, and they usually go digital. So that way they can charge like $3 for their book and still make a little bit of money. But instead, the game companies are like, no! It's a $60 product! And like, I understand supporting the developers and like the programmers and everybody behind it, like, yeah, I get that. But at the same time, if the game is 5 years old, and there's still no depreciation of any sort, again, that's why I gave a lot of credit to Capcom, because World, in digital form, is like $30, normally.
Well, they depreciated the value of the game.
Exactly.
Not really quickly, but after, the first 2 years, I think it was, give or take?
Well, they released Iceborne.
Yeah, and they cut the cost by like half.
Exactly. It was a $60 game that they cut in half after they released Iceborne, and Iceborne I think is like $40 on
Yeah.
digital. It might be cheaper than that, I'm not sure. Ow.
Something like that. And if
that's-
I'm not mistaken, like the actual developers make the same amount of money whether or not it's digital or physical copy. So the rest of it is all to the publisher and or actual
Like advertising and stuff.
no the console manufacturers.
Uh,
Like PlayStation, because you're buying the game digitally off of their servers. They are technically the retailer.
There you go.
So
Yeah.
they are the one making all of the extra overhead.
Yeah,
or
pretty
all
much.
of the extra profit.
So if I'm not mistaken, it works the same way that the literary business does, is that when a company makes a game and they sell it essentially to a publisher, like, we'll just use Monster Hunter as an example. So like the Monster Hunter team will make a game and then they sell it to Capcom. Capcom then has all of the rights for distribution and publishing. And then they sell the rights for the distribution to, like, Nintendo. So, needless to say, the people who are making bank, essentially, are the guys at the end of the chain. From how I understand it.
Kind of, yeah.
It depends on the contracts.
Well, if it's digital versus
Physical.
physical, that last step is the one that's making way more money.
Yeah.
Rather than a retailer, because the developer and the publisher both probably, if I'm not mistaken, make the same amount whether it's digital or physical, and then it's the distributor that makes all the extra
Yeah,
on digital.
all the markup value.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think so. I'm not 100% sure because, again, I don't really... Oh god, this one's gonna be boring.
That's one of the reasons why I really didn't like PC to start with.
Yeah, like, PC gaming is a bit weird to me because I love having a physical copy and then I can take it, I can put it in my game, physically have the cartridge and be like, this is mine. And if I want to lend it to somebody, I can, you know?
Well, there's also the other things, like if you have a game that you really, really like
Sorry, I'm
take
taking it, right?
Mario, for instance. There's people, the game is, what, 1985? And it's still
original?
being played,
Oh, yeah.
right? Well, one of my issues with PC is, on a console, if I have that console, it doesn't matter how old that is. If I have a Nintendo, I can plug in the Mario cartridge any day of the week,
And play it.
and it's guaranteed to work. Now, getting it adapted to the from the Nintendo to the TV is another story,
but it's not, like, out of the question.
but yeah, that's more of a TV issue than it is an actual playing it issue. But
Yeah.
take like I forget what YouTube channel did it, but some YouTube channel used one of the newest one of the newest graphics processors, GPUs.
Okay.
And we're talking it's a $1,500 GPU. And
Yeah.
paired it with a good CPU and built a reasonably, unbelievably overpowered PC.
Okay.
And then he ran Max Payne on it.
Oh, like old, like...
The original Max Payne. He went and bought it on Steam and played it.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't play.
Really?
He couldn't play it because the process, like the actual script, is so different. The drivers and shit are different. The way the cards work are different. So he had to go
Okay.
get an emulator for the system that it ran on, and then even at that, it would sometimes glitch out and be completely unplayable. There was an entire level where he was stuck in a wall.
Oh, Jesus.
Had to beat the level stuck in a wall. Granted, he did it just to see what would happen
Yeah, of
and
course.
see stuff like that, but you don't have that problem with a console. You only have that
Quote,
problem
unquote,
with PC.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you're only playing the newest shit, it's never going to be a problem. But if you're like
Yeah.
us and you like playing anything at any time and you actually go back and play old games...
Like I do all the time?
Yeah, then it's going to be an issue.
Yeah. Which is heartbreaking in a way, because, like...
Side note, Max Payne played at over 1,000 frames a second.
That's amazing. I forgot about that.
It was like 900 to 1,100 frames a second.
Jesus. That must be insane.
Yeah. I think the main comment that the guy had was, it was smooth. It was really smooth and really clear.
Nick Cage meme. You don't say! Hi, Devil Joe! How are you today? I'm gonna just dick off in this direction. And, we don't have to talk about this. Bye!
Nice.
Anywho. I think that's why they changed, like, well, I don't know if they actually changed it, or if this was something that I'm just pulling out of thin air. But at one point, I thought I heard that as long as you owned the game, in some capacity, you were legally allowed to emulate it.
Yeah, that's a copyright law thing. If you own the actual game...
Like, if you if you have a physical copy, or you have it on your Steam library or whatever. Also,
Sorry.
you know, that sort of thing. You were allowed to, like... Let's say I have an old PlayStation 2 game or something.
What it is if you own a copy,
Mm-hmm.
you own the rights to that game.
Yeah.
So you are allowed to play it any way you see fit.
Yeah.
So if you own a physical copy of the game, you can run an emulator of that game and play that game, and legally nobody can do anything about it.
Yeah.
So say say we wanted to play Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2 over here on this shelf.
Yeah, which we have over there.
Which we have, and you wanted to stream it, but it's on PlayStation 2. It's one of the earlier games for PlayStation 2. Well, if you wanted to play it, you could, but streaming it could be a real issue because PlayStation 2 doesn't have an HDMI port.
Yeah, now all I have is an Elgato.
But if you had a strong enough computer that you could run a PlayStation 2 emulator really well,
which we do,
and then able to stream it at the same time with that computer, you are allowed to do that because you already own an actual copy of the game.
Right. That's why I considered, like, I have an old horse racing game that I absolutely love. And I know it's, like, a super niche thing. Like, not everybody's gonna get excited about watching frickin' horses run around a circle for 5 hours. But Direwolf can tell you the amount of frickin' time I invested into that game. And that'd be something I would love to frickin' emulate on the frickin' computer just for my own enjoyment. Not necessarily to stream or anything. Just that way, like, I wouldn't necessarily have to, you know, get the PlayStation out of frickin' storage and risk mucking up with the cables and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, as much as I love my older consoles, I'd like to keep them in tip-top working condition. If I can help it. Which is kind of why I'm a bit scared for our N64. Because that thing decided to summon Satan the other day, when we last played it. You remember that?
No, I don't.
I was trying to play Hey You Pikachu.
Yes.
And the game kind of freaked out, and all of the colors got super saturated and were like red, among some other things. And the game started like, the music got really funky, and like it was missing some notes, and it was being played like 8-bit style.
Oh God.
So it looked really crazy. And
that reminds me, we ought to spend like 25 or 50 bucks and pick up that that console that runs any of the cartridge games.
Oh yeah.
All in one, and will take any of the controllers.
That would be awesome.
And I think it runs on HDMI even.
Oh no!
It runs on like RGB and or HDMI. I can't remember which. And it's not expensive, and we have all the consoles, and we have all the controllers, and we have a lot of games.
Yeah. So
being able to just hook up one and just leave the others in storage would be pretty nice.
Yeah, it's true enough. I wonder whatever happened to that console. Because I could have sworn I heard about it like a few years ago.
No, it's been around for a long time.
Has it?
Yeah. There's multiples of them.
Huh.
It's just the one we saw first was in J Street Games.
Oh, back when they were still a thing.
No, they still are. It's just they only had 2 stores, period. One in New York and one in King of Prussia.
Fair enough. That certainly makes things challenging.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got the old freaking.
They had brand new old stock controllers.
Well, but I meant the Final Fantasy VII guide that you convinced me to buy.
Yes.
And I'm not talking like the Prima strategy guide, official blah 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 blah. No, I mean like, I don't want to open it out of its original packaging.
Well,
because I don't know.
It wasn't packaged.
Well, no, but we put it in like a plastic bag or a sleeve or something.
I don't think we did.
It's over there. It's in that blue bag up there.
Oh.
But yeah, like, I forget who the publisher is on that one, but it's like kind of like your classic sort of Game Informer magazine tooltips sort of guide, but it's all FF7.
Yeah.
And it has things in it that I didn't know, and I've played through the game like 3 or 4 times.
It's got a lot in it.
Yeah. Oh. Somebody got timed out for posting links. Who is it? You kind of look like a spammy sort of name. Yeah, you were a spammer. Okay. Good job, Nightbot. Anywho, I think there was one tip in that guide where it was like, while you were in, what was it, the Gold Saucer, like, dungeon, essentially? The frickin' desert prison. There was a way to infinitely farm a certain creature, or something like that, even though you weren't supposed to be able to get EXP or levels anywhere in the desert. Like, there was no combat stuff. There was that tip and a bunch of other stuff. Granted, the thing that always got me with FF7 was the materia combinations you could do.
Yeah.
The freaking crazy crap you could do. Like, putting 7 counterattack materias on Cloud and just having a freaking field day. That's how I killed Ruby Weapon. Oh god, Devil Joe. Please leave. But yeah, Ruby Weapon was the notorious one that, depending on how strong your party was, it would kick out 1 or 2 members of your party, like, permanently. Like, you couldn't get them back until after you left the fight and tried again. Oh god. Oh, thanks, Devil Joe! He jumped and killed a Remobra.
And that was all you needed to do to...
That's all I needed to win. Good job.
Nice.
Giant freaking angry pickle. But yeah, so... Oh god, freaking Joe. But yeah, I think I fought Ruby Weapon enough times where eventually he kicked out Barrett and Red 13 or Vincent, whoever I had. So that way Cloud remained. Because I set up Cloud to essentially solo Ruby. And if he kicked out Cloud, I just left the fight and tried again. And every time he attacked Cloud, Cloud would counterattack like 7 or 8 times or something. Doing like... It was something absurd. Like, he was doing like 8,000 damage per counterattack or something. It was insane. Because of course I was max level before I attempted it, you know.
Yeah.
The real dick move one was Emerald Weapon, though. That one had a timer. If you didn't have, I think if you didn't do a certain side mission, or something like that, you had a timer to kill Emerald Weapon, and it was like something like 15 minutes. Which, needless to say, in an old-school RPG, 15 minutes ain't enough time to kill a boss like that.
Oh god.
Yeah, we're talking back when boss fights took half an hour. Meanwhile, I'm playing Monster Hunter, where boss fights take half an hour. Alright, I didn't see any special messages, so... Did they do the classic thing of giving me 3 Prowler quests and then being like, hey, surprise, there's a 4th? No? Well, crap! I'm gonna have to look into where the frickin' the level break is. Because I'm still level 35.
Huh.
I didn't think it was... Maybe I have to finish HR7.
Maybe.
I don't know, but... For the last fight of the day, we're gonna fight Shaggy. Turn up the HUD. Good old Shagaru Magala. Which just reminds me that I need to frickin' play 4 Ultimate. But I've been so engrossed in other things lately.
Yeah.
Like reading and writing. Because I'm a nerd like that. I like how I default to checking the item box even though I'm still a cat. Oh, frick. Wolf, remind me to look at the guild cards. I haven't looked at it in a while, and I don't know how many hunts we've done as the cats now.
Over 400.
You think it's over 4?
That would be a guess.
Oh my god, he already pinned Sapphire. He has Sapphire in a claw. Have fun, Sapphire! Oh, Shagaru.
I'm gonna kick your ass and not even spill my drink.
Pretty much! Palicos are just Monster Hunter beer. Oh god, that'd be so terrible. Oh god, hi. Yeesh. God, I wish I had, like, top-tier Photoshop skills, because I would totally take a screenshot of him carrying Sapphire around and just Photoshop her into, like, a Budweiser. Just for the sheer fun of it.
What are those, like, foam or neoprene, essentially blankets or jackets that you go over a beer can to keep them cold?
Beer
like
koozies?
Yeah, that. You say, like, a beer cozy or a beer koozie? Can koozie
koozies.
or some shit like that?
Koozie or cozies? I don't remember. But yeah.
Put her in one of those.
With some stupid funny messaging on it.
Yes.
The one I had at work at my previous job was, you don't have to be crazy to work here, but it helps. And I did it because all of my coworkers essentially thought I was a psycho. So, yeah. And by psycho, I don't mean, like...
Killer?
Yeah, I don't mean anything violent, just that I had really weird opinions and really odd perspective on things, and I would just say stuff that just kind of came to mind. So they were like, alright, obviously they didn't call me Dire Fox, but they were like, Dire Fox, where the hell do you come up with this nonsense? I'm like, I don't know, I'm a psycho. Ow. It's okay, we got along. I was actually telling my new boss about my old boss, and how she prefers, my current boss prefers like a very chill work environment. Because apparently somebody, like one of the business partners or whatever, told the owner of the company, like, your workers would probably respect you more if you wear a suit. And he kind of looked at them like, are you freaking high? Because I essentially work on a company that essentially is construction. It's a trade job, right? I don't do the trade job, I'm in the office. But the boss, like the owner of the company, is on the ground with the crew. So he dresses like a crew member.
I mean, he dresses like a foreman.
Yeah, he dresses like a foreman.
He kind of crew member, kind of not.
Yeah. But I mean, to his credit, like, he works with the crews occasionally and that kind of thing.
Exactly. He's dressed prepared to do the work.
Exactly. And my boss was like, yeah, the owner is never gonna, like, go to a job site in a suit and tie. It's just not gonna happen. So he would show up to business meetings in his foreman clothes with people who were wearing suits. And at one point he said to that guy, if I was in your shoes doing your job, I would wear a suit. But I'm here doing this job, so I dress for the job. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. And if anything, his workers probably appreciate the fact that he's, essentially gets in the muck with them. At least, I would like to think so. But I've only been with the company for, like, what? A month or something?
Something like that.
So, it's not like I'm working from some sort of super insight, or working with any sort of super insight. Oh god! Hi, Shaggy. But yeah, my boss was talking about how much she appreciates just a chill work environment. And not like chill, like, oh, you can do your job if you want, but you don't have to. Not like that. Just people who get along, are casual with each other, etc. Like, it's not super proper, I guess.
It's relaxed.
Yeah, there we go. That's
like,
a better
it's
way of saying
strict, but it's very relaxed.
Yeah.
It's like, as long as you do your job and do it properly, we don't really care a whole lot about the rest.
Yeah, as long as, like, you get along with people, oh god, and whatnot, then it's good. So I told her about my previous boss, who was the co-founder of the company, and his brother was the other co-founder. Well, the older brother, was kind of like your standard, like, stereotypical business guy. Like, he acted very much in that vein. But my boss, or my previous boss, not so much. He very much preferred being, like, one of the guys. So at one point, this is the story I told my current boss.
Well,
Good.
his brother was profit oriented. Well, not profit oriented. He was by the books.
Yeah.
So it was basically all regimented, all do the tried and true, whatever's in business magazine. Essentially profit oriented, even though he wasn't entirely profit oriented.
Yeah.
Really and truly, that's kind of a really shitty way to run a company.
Yeah.
But that's opinion versus tried and true fact.
Yeah, I've never run a business, so...
And your boss himself wanted the company to be profitable, but wanted it to be have fun, everyone in the company is a family type business.
Yeah.
Which is what the business was founded on. And he didn't want to lose that. He was very much oriented very towards that.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the difference between those two.
Yeah. So I was telling my current boss at one point when it was like one of my quarterly reviews or something came up, and I had to have a meeting with, the chill co-founder, as I'll call him. And I walked in with my papers and everything, and he was just like, "Hey, how's it going? How you doing?" And I proceeded to tell him, because at this point me and him were on, friendly enough terms. I was like, "Yeah, I've been listening to a Pokemon tournament." I mean, I was on a desk job and I could have headphones and essentially listen to whatever I want, so long as it didn't impede work. So I think I was listening to like the World Championship or something like that, and one of my favorite players was competing at the time. So I proceeded to tell him about this, and he got so excited and was like, "Put it on the TV, I want to see this." No, his office was facing the rest of the freaking, or the rest of the office, and it had glass windows, essentially had glass walls, because he wanted to be approachable.
And the quote-unquote the TV was like, what, a 50-inch?
Yeah, and it was hanging off the wall.
Essentially, it was a replacement for a wall-sized projector.
Yeah, pretty much. And it was faced the hallway in front of his office. So I'm just like, okay, sure, because you don't just really say no to a request like that from the freaking co-founder. I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll pull it up. So I pulled up, I think it was Twitch. It was like, Pokemon's Twitch channel. And I started explaining to this man how Pokemon tournaments work. And we talk about this for probably, I don't know, 5-10 minutes. Oh, frick, I'm getting thrown. I wasn't paying attention. And his brother walks by.
The other owner of the company.
The other owner of the company walks by, and it's just like, I can see it on his face as he was walking by. He's like, "What the hell is going on?" So he walks in, and in a joking sort of way was like, "I want more meetings like this," just trying to tease us. And my boss gets super excited, and he's like, "No, brother, bro, you gotta pay attention to this. This is awesome," and proceeds to explain to him how Pokemon tournaments work.
Wasn't he the one? Wasn't the
My boss?
Analytical guy, the guy who was very by the books? Wasn't he the guy who was
also walked by?
Yeah, but
No.
the other the brother, the
older brother.
Yeah, the older brother. The owner who was very by the business magazine books.
Yeah.
What didn't he say you can make money like that?
Yeah, because he used to know a guy who would do Street Fighter competitions, and he started telling us about that. So I actually got him to a little bit, to loosen up a tad. But my current boss thought that was the most hilarious thing ever.
Yeah, and then you pointed out that there was like $50,000 on the line for the winner of the tournament. And their jaws kind of hit the floor.
Oh, for the Pokemon tournament, yeah.
Yeah, because wasn't it the Pokemon National Tournament?
It was Worlds.
Oh, Worlds.
So it's scholarship money also, I think, depending on what you elect to get. Like if you're a student, they can give you scholarship money, or you get, just raw cash as a reward if you're not in school or something. Yeah. Like if you're 30 and out of college or whatever.
And this is before they bumped up the prize numbers because they got the huge influx of cash from Pokemon Go.
Yeah. I don't know what the prizes are now because I haven't really been paying attention, unfortunately. I just kind of fell out of it.
I do know the prizes went on steroids.
Yeah, the prizes went crazy.
Maybe the grand prize didn't really go up, but instead of having only the grand prize, they trickled it down to now the top 10 get prizes or something like that. Probably not quite that extravagant, but you get the idea. They spread out the wealth more rather than just giving the top one a huge number
sum.
so that they can advertise, hey, we're giving away, $250,000. It's, oh, hey, number one gets $75,000, and then we trickle it down until prize number 6.
Yeah, I think
All
it's
expensive
top.
paid.
I think it's top 8 because they do like semi-finalists or something.
Yeah.
If memory serves.
I don't know. I imagine it's at least the top 3 now, whereas
Oh,
it might have
yeah,
only
yeah.
been the top 1 because of just simple financial reasons.
Yeah, it might have been top 2
Yeah.
or something like the finalists. I mean, when I kind of fell out of the scene, they seemed like they were moving in the right direction, and then essentially all of the political correctness crap started coming in and started really tampering with stuff. So I kind of was just like, you know what? I don't really want to be. I don't want Pokemon to be political, so I'm just kind of gonna just.
Gonna walk away now.
I'm just gonna walk away and let them do their thing, and maybe I'll come back to it in a few years or something. 'Cause I was building teams and stuff at one point.
Yes.
I wasn't very good.
You were breeding them, building them, and even practicing with them.
Yeah.
Like, against real people and the battle tower?
Yeah, I forget what it was called. But I actually started playing against real people with Sword and Shield when it first came out, before the DLCs. That was fun, but I'm not exactly practiced at PvP sort of types of things. I mean, again, I'm not exactly the most competitive person anyway. I was just doing it for the fun of it. But things like Monster Hunter are a lot more my style, where it's a team of people working against the AI, essentially. And say what you will about it, but I like cooperative freaking competitions over like COD.
Yeah.
Like, I would never be able to play COD and enjoy it, with PvE or whatever. Like, maybe if it was like me, you, and duo or something, going against another team of 3 or something, but...
Well, you used to enjoy the COD free-for-alls, but it was...
That was with friends, though. Like...
It was
Oh, God.
It was a free-for-all with 4 players on one screen, on one console.
Yeah.
Which is completely different, because you're all sitting on a couch bitching at each other.
Oh yeah, it's a lot more fun. Oh, I just got grabbed. No. Nope. I miss couch co-op so much. I really do. I mean, granted, I also had people to play with, so to speak. Like, me and my brother would play games together. So on that front, I'm fairly lucky. Oh god, who did you grab now? Oh, he's got Sapphire again! Damn it, Sapphire! I thought I gave you dung bombs. Actually, no, the Palicos don't have dung bombs, I do. They're just stuck up there. Because they will free themselves. If they get grabbed. Oh, Jesus. Oh, me oh my. God, what's the last couch co-op we played? Borderlands?
Yes. But that's partially because we played it not all that long ago. It was...
The Borderlands
Which
2?
one was it? Might have been 2. We were playing.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, we were probably playing 2.
Because I was probably playing as Krieg, like I always do. I told you I'm a psycho. God. Krieg's character is something that I absolutely want to use in a story somewhere at some point. Like, not necessarily his murderous tendencies, but definitely that sort of two-faced, sort of can't-help-himself thing. Like, obviously the frickin' rational part of his brain is still there, it's just it doesn't have any control. Kind of. I guess that's up for debate, isn't it? And no, I don't know what happens to him in Game 3 or 4 or whatever we're at now. But I know he's a reoccurring character, like most of them are. Which begs the question, if there's only supposed to be 6 sirens in the world...
Universe.
Sorry, 6 sirens in the universe, and I think we've gone through like 4.
3, at least. maybe 4.
Well, the main evil chick in the spoiler alert in Borderlands 1 was a siren. She was.
I didn't think she was.
We killed her, but she was. Because it was Lilith, Maya, and whoever the new girl is. So that's 3.
Tannis is also 1.
Ah, that's right, yeah. Forgot she was a siren. She's a freaking powerful one, too. If I remember correctly. So that's 4. And I think we killed 1. So if they keep... And I don't know if there's another siren in 4. Oh yeah, there is. It's the punchy chick. So you got Maya, you got Lilith, you got the punchy chick, you got Tannis, and then... whatever other story elements they decide to throw in. So what happens when they reach like Borderlands 6 and there's 6 playable sirens?
No idea.
I guess you just stop?
Maybe they have it planned that far ahead.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe they do have it planned that far ahead.
Maybe. I have to figure, like Borderlands 1 probably was as far as they planned for real until it took off like crazy. And then they made 2. That's just how it usually... Ow. That's how it usually works. Oh, Jesus. Angry Cato. Whatever, as long as I don't suddenly get rid of Mad Moxie for whatever stupid reason. I will be happy. God, I really hope they don't get freaking weird with that game. The whole point of that game was just to have stupid fun.
Mm-hmm. And then they had to make it the puke colors.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to make it so colorful that it actually gives
like,
people...
hurts.
Yeah. That it actually hurts to look at, or makes people puke, or, like... Yeah, bad. It's bad.
Yeah, unpopular opinion alert, Borderlands 1 is my favorite.
Yeah.
Like,
Borderlands 1 before all the DLC.
yeah. I
Don't
didn't
get me
mind
wrong,
the DLC.
all the DLC is nice. It really is.
Especially with storage.
Yeah, but I also, at the same time, felt that the DLC, if you're looking at just pure game and, like, story and playability and whatnot, I felt that the DLC made it detracted from it rather than adding to it.
Yeah, it was a little weird, because there was the zombie one with Zed, and that was kind of just fun.
It was fantastically well done.
Oh, yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, and if you're not looking for replayability and just looking for playability and play time...
Oh, the DLC's had a lot.
The DLC was fantastic.
But replaying the DLCs, I think I've played the DLCs a few times now. Because I've gone through the game with you, and then I went through the game by myself while you were working.
Yeah.
And going through... What was it, the Crimson Raiders one? Was agonizing. And same with doing the zombie one again. It was just painful. I mean, it was entertaining the first go-around, and I appreciated the jokes and stuff, but it was like, alright, I don't want to do this again. I mean, granted, I guess there were some balancing things they brought in with the second one that are kind of cool.
No, there's...
And like the perks and
There
stuff.
was a lot that they brought in with the DLC that was really cool or awesome.
Oh yeah. That's where my favorite
it's
SMG
just-
comes from.
Yeah, it's just, like I said, mostly as like just a complete story and replayability
Okay.
and everything. The original game, if you're just gonna play through it even just once, I feel like the DLC, as much as it added, it also partially detracted.
Yeah, I can get that. Ow. Jesus.
But yeah, I loved the DLC personally. I didn't get through
especially-
nearly all of it.
Yeah, I don't think we completed the Underdome,
Yeah.
just because the Underdome gets crazy. But like the little intro scenes and stuff,
Yeah.
like even before the DLC, were just so much fun. Just the way the game didn't take itself seriously.
Yep.
Kind of like how Monster Hunter does, actually. That's been a theme that's been coming up a lot these past couple days. even in like books and stuff. But I feel like there's a very fine line to walk between just outright not taking yourself seriously, like Deadpool levels of comedy, versus like Borderlands or Monster Hunter, where you expect silly things to happen, but you also know there's you know some serious stuff that's gonna happen as well.
Yeah.
Like Shagaru Magala, for example. He's a freaking threat, and he's scary. But I'm pretty sure they make a couple of jokes about him, I don't remember which. They certainly do about Kezu, my god. Oh jeez. I guess they take the Elder Dragons a bit more seriously just because they're Elder Dragons. They're supposed to be freaking awe-inspiring and mighty or whatever. And then you got Kieran, which... Does anybody respect Kieran? I guess world players respect Kieran, just because he murders them. Like, that's the thing. Do you remember the Kieran fights at all, Wolf?
Yes.
Well, alright, story time with Dire Fox again, and this might come off as a little pompous and I apologize. Oh, he's dead. Alright, well...
Or story time next time, if we remember it.
Yeah. Well, I'll go through it real quick. So, at HR-49, in World, I think it is, you get Tempered Kieran, and Tempered Kieran was the bane of everybody's existence. But since I had fought Kieran in this game so many times, yeah, he killed me, but I think I got him either first or second try. Where everybody else was like, he's so hard! Oh my god! He one-shots me! And meanwhile, I'm like, Thunderproof Mantle, Maximum Thunder Resist, and Fire Weapons, and I'm like, yeah, this is fine. No big deal. Null berries, let's go. But, I mean, at the same time, I'm also the psychopath that's playing through GU with just cats, so... Take that as you will. Let's see. We're at, what, an hour and 20 at the moment?
Do you want to go for a couple more fights?
I do and I don't. Let's see, what are the next ones coming up? Oh god. Oh lord. They're all double fights. Except for Brack Daddy. AKA Brachydios. I might do one more. Oh, what did I get? Worn Sword, Crit Element, 3 with 2 slots. Oh, Jesus. Alright. Sure, I'll take the Worn Sword even though I'm never gonna use it. I will check real quick to see if there's anybody that we know on. Oops. The Russian guy is playing something. Odin Sphere. Actually, that's a game I've wanted to play.
Ooh. I forget, do we own that or not?
I think we have it on the 4.
I feel like you're right.
If memory serves. But yeah, I'll do one more. Because, I mean, the rest of these quests are going to start really taking a lot of time. So it might not be a bad idea to get a couple out of the way. Is there... I'll take defense... Wait, what else is in here? Yeah, I want the health. Trainer is not gonna do anything for me. Sure, let's get Moxie. Oh, frick! Hey, Watchtone Dead, how are you?
Hey, Tone Dead.
WTF is this? This is Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. Pretty sure you've popped in on one of these before. But I'm playing through the game as a cat. Oh yeah, before I do anything else. Where is it? There it is! 401 quests with
Yet
cats.
another day where Dire Fox is about to kill me because of my guesstimating abilities.
Oh, you are a pain. No, you haven't? This isn't supposed to exist. Oh. Whatever do you mean by that?
He means he wants to see you fucking kill and breed slimes.
Fair enough. I do want to get back to Slime Rancher. We just got to the freaking not rad, the quantum slimes.
Yeah.
And then we have to open up that next
Depending
portal.
on what's up with Duo, you might just want to do a
Where's the realistic graphics? Well, welcome to 3DS era gaming.
yeah, this is a 3DS game ported to the Switch.
Yep. And admittedly, it wasn't really until World that we got actually, like, quote-unquote good graphics for Monster Hunter.
Well, it's because all of the Monster Hunter games were on handheld portable devices.
Exactly. Hell, I think they released a game for the PSP at one point.
Yes.
Yeah, so this is the 3DS version of Rathian. She's a bit more polygony. She doesn't look awful though. And actually, surprisingly, the Core Ultimate, which is on the 3DS also, looks oddly good for what it is. Well, yeah, I had all the little ecology cutscenes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And they were full, like, rendered, like, cutscenes, essentially.
Yeah, the cutscenes for this game are really pretty for being on a 3DS.
Yeah. Ow. Really? Thank you, Topaz. For constantly keeping me not poisoned. Rathian's even worse in this game. Yeah, Rathian is cancer in the old games. She's not so bad in World. Same with Gold. Gold Rathian really isn't terrible in World either. But in this one, oh my god, I hate her. Ow. Although Dread Queen is amazing. But, again, I'm a little weird. She doesn't really use the backflip mechanic as Dread Queen, so I guess there's that. But base Rathian is, I'm gonna backflip you, and then I want to charge at your face for 15 minutes. No, I miscounted. There we go. Wonder what it's like having no arms. Well, as long as you have wings also, I guess. I mean, if you're like Diablos, you use your arms, or you use your wings like arms anyway. Oh god, Rathian. Jesus. Yeah, imagine not having arms would be, quite the predicament for humans. Not so much for dragons. Granted, the Elder Dragons have arms, so you could argue that they are more powerful because they have arms.
Some of them are extremely overpowered because they have arms.
Like
One of
Gore?
which has 4.
Yeah, the one we just fought. Because he just picks you up and carries you around, and is just like, I don't care what you want to do. I have you in my claws now. Deal with it. Oh god, could you imagine using him in Wyvern riding? And picking up and just grabbing other monsters? Like small ones anyway. Like he obviously couldn't pick up like Rathian, but like a Kutku? Or freaking like Toby Kadachi maybe? This isn't as intense? No, it's not. GU is definitely slower as far Rathian, really. As far as gameplay goes, but at the same time, this is the era of you had to stand still to drink potions. Or use any items for that matter. Also, I'm running a gunner essentially, so it's a lot less intense. Granted, I don't have as much attack power as a pure melee fighter, but that's okay. And I guess that's kind of why they went with Wirebug and Rise, though. the non-stop action, essentially. So you have to have some means of mobility.
Yeah. Well, the wire bug increases your mobility exponentially, so they had to increase the ferocity of the monsters.
Yeah, that's true.
It's more of a leveling thing.
Yeah, balancing.
Yeah, sorry, balancing thing.
Oh, Astalos is here.
Which, even though it's a balancing thing, it really makes it feel more realistic. Because these huge-ass monsters taking those huge-ass breaks in between attacks doesn't seem very realistic.
Yeah, that's true. As much as I complained about how World felt, I appreciated that they tried to give the monsters, like, their own quirkiness. Oh god! Yeah, so, watched Undead, you probably haven't met Astalos. He is one of the flagships of this game, actually. One of, I guess, technically 6? That's a Rathalos? No. Astalos.
And he's a real ass.
Yeah.
Isn't he Lightning Boy?
Yeah, he's the Dragonfly Dragon, as I call him. And he is lightning based. And he has his own theme song. Oh god. Just like Nergigante, I think? Wait, does Nergi have his own theme song? I can't remember anymore. But yeah, he's the same skeleton as Rathalos and Rathian, obviously. But I like him so much more. Oh god. Oh yeah. Wolf, did I tell you that people were kind of complaining that the old mounting system isn't in place anymore? And meanwhile, I'm like, I get it.
Which mounting system? This mounting system
Yeah.
or World's mounting system?
That's actually a good question.
Because if it's this mounting system, I can kind of partially understand it, but if it's World's mounting system,
I think I might have
I'd
been...
much rather, and I think the largest part of the community would much rather have the new mounting system.
Yeah, I want to say it was probably World complainers, because that's generally who complains. I know that's kind of a pretentious thing of me to say, but it's true. If it was this mounting system, like, I don't know. The timer, they had to give you something so you wouldn't stay up there all day.
Oh yeah.
Which was kind of one of the hacks you could do with World. Like, like it was glitchy to the point where you could get double mounting attacks, essentially. Oh god. I'm gonna get squished! If there was as long as you had stamina, you could keep him out, essentially.
Yeah.
Which is what they did with Behemoth. There was infinite mounting strategies for Behemoth to kill it easier.
Huh.
And while, yeah, that's an exploit, like, it exists in the game, it's not like a bug, well, I guess it could be considered a bug. But, yeah, I much prefer Rise's mounting system over Worlds, and then second probably would be GU. I think the main complaint comes from taking control of the monster and using it against other monsters. But at the same time, it's like, you literally have puppet strings at your disposal. Why wouldn't that be a thing?
They've brought mech fighting to Monster Hunter.
Yeah, you're just biased. I might be. Like, I enjoyed World. I had a good time with it. But I will always prefer GU over World. No question.
Yeah.
Granted, the quality of life improvements from World were, I would say, probably a much needed thing for the series as a whole. Depending on which ones we're talking about. Like,
yeah.
Like running while drinking a potion makes sense to me. Because it's kind of one of those things like combat flow.
Have you ever tried
Running and
while
drinking?
drinking something?
No, I don't want to. It's a bad choice. Don't do it.
It's a good way to die in a lot of ways.
Oh, yeah.
Especially on uneven ground.
I mean, granted, we all know that Monster Hunter hunters are not exactly normal. Yeah. Oh, Jesus, what the hell is happening? Why is my camera freaking out? I think he destroyed a part of the wall. Like, I would even argue that the tent, like, going back to the tent to restock on items is a bit much. Because, I mean, I like the artificial challenge that it poses of, like, oh, you have to prepare for the hunt, and if you run out of potions, oh well. But I can understand why a lot of people would get upset by that.
I could see a...
They're superhuman? Oh yeah, absolutely.
I could see a game balancing tactic of allowing you to go back to camp like they do, but having it so that you have to have prepared what is in your camp ahead of time, and you have a limited inventory.
That would be neat.
So you basically have access to everything and anything you want, but you had to essentially foresee it.
Yeah. You had to bring it with you.
Mm-hmm.
So you could bring other armor sets and weapon sets with you, but you can only...
that would be really cool.
Yeah, but like you can only bring like 2 or something. The one that you have on you and another one, or maybe 3.
Just give you a standard like 1-page item box in your
That'd be cool.
in your camp, and whatever you can fit in it is what you can take.
Yeah. That's the thing that, well, as far as like, I don't know, continuity is concerned, you're not gonna bring your entire freaking inventory with you on a hunt. There's just no way. But at the same time, this is Monster Hunter. Nothing makes freaking sense. You get items out of freaking overclocking a steam engine, like... There are game elements that are very much game, and not in the logic department. I mean, I don't know. I liked being able to change my weapon setup in World mid-fight. And they clearly had some of the fights organized so you were supposed to do that. Like, I think Raging Brachydios is a good example, Kulftaroth is a good example. Because their elemental weaknesses change as you go through the fight. So if you're an elemental fighter, you're going to want to take different weapons. Yeah, it'd be kind of interesting though. A 1-page thing or like a limit of some kind. Like you can't take 5,000 potions with you. Oh, hi Rathian. You're here too? Alright, let's see which of you leaves first. You... Okay, Astalos is leaving. We will fight Rathian now. Come here, sweetness. I thought she was gonna backflip me as her first move against me. It would be. I'm gonna change my focus. Oh god. I'm trying to think of what the other... Mantles. That's the other one. I don't know how I feel about mantles even still. Mostly because Temporal Mantle exists. And it was one of the updates with Lunastra, I think? So it made sense as to why they introduced it. I don't know exactly if I'm happy about it, even though I abused the crap out of it. They had to nerf Temporal Mantle in Iceborne, I think. Like, they nerfed it severely, if memory serves. I don't remember. But for me, it was a welcome change. It was a safety net. But, I don't know, I like the idea of, like, the Thunderproof and Fireproof mantles, though. Giving you a temporary resistance increase to whatever element. So you could prepare for stages of a monster fight. But, I don't know. Like, the Assassin's Creed one is kind of interesting. Rocksteady is kind of interesting as well. Challenger Mantle makes sense. Ugh, okay. I don't know, maybe I'm just annoyed with world's scaling, I guess. Maybe that's what it is. Like, even as the game sits currently, you never have to fight Lunastra if you don't want to, which is fine. I'm actually okay with that. With GU, it's the same thing. You don't have to fight every single monster that's in the roster if you don't want to. But with the way World was, I guess, presented, if you were there from jump, you fought every single monster. Because that was all you had to fight.
Yeah. My biggest qualm with World was the extreme lack of variety.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you too on that one.
Everything
was either a bird wyvern or a flying wyvern.
It was tedious, repetitive, and grindy.
Yes.
Granted, they did improve it. I'm not even gonna say a lot. They improved it.
I think they changed drop rates at one point.
Yeah, they did change drop rates and drop styles and some other stuff, like, to overhaul the system and try and improve it.
Mm-hmm. Well, the danger with a small roster is it means that the armor sets are that much more important. Mm-hmm. You can't mix and match like you can in GU. At least not as efficiently. Because there just isn't the variety. Oh god, I'm gonna get slapped. Maybe not. So like in the beginning of the game, I remember in low rank, I had just unlocked Engine F. And I was like, oh yeah, let's get this armor set, this will be really cool. I'll increase my defense by a lot, blah 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 blah. And then after I got Engine F, I immediately got, like, Rathian, essentially. And Rathian's armor set is substantially better. At least in the skills department, from what I remember. It was like, oh, well, I just spent 6 hours for this one Engine F part. Now I'm gonna do it all over again for Rathian, and that's the part that I'll be like, eh. I mean, maybe I just didn't understand that you don't necessarily upgrade your armor with every single monster. But that's kind of how World worked early and into high rank as well. And even now. Because without question, Fatalis armor is the best you can get. Like, there is no disputing it. For whatever you're doing, Fatalis armor set is the best. And that rubs me the wrong way in every sense of the word.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess mostly because I have like 16 different armor sets in this game that I use for different purposes and different weapons. I've had to fight, I don't know, at least a dozen different monsters to get them. And none of them are just, oh, you're wearing full Elatrion today. Yay! It might be one piece Elatrion, it might be one piece Crimson Vitalis, one Savage Devil Joe, and whatever else.
Well, that's also because this game has, like, 90 monsters.
True, and they also have far fewer skills. You can only have, like, 5 skills on each armor set. Versus World's 30. Oh, this is bad news. Hello, flying guys. How are you today? Oh lord, this is a mistake. Ow. Ow. Did you grab me? Yeah, you grabbed me. Get off. Well, I guess Rathian will be leaving. Oh god, if I can see anything in this camera. It's There's just freaking limping wyverns everywhere. Alright, so Astalos left. Means we should be able to boop Rathian. Oh, another perk of this game, you can play as a goddamn cat! Palico, the 15th weapon. Ow. Although I think it might have been Rage Gaming who insisted on like, oh, I'm gonna make a Palico build and made his Palico kill tempered Elder Dragons. Oh, where are you both going? Alright, in that case, let's go this way. Oh, I went the wrong direction. I guess there's no disputing that, not having loading screens is a big boon. Like, they obviously did it on the 3DS because processing power. Alright, let's see. Do I have a bomb? I do have a bomb. Alright, Astalos. Surprise! He's not dead. That's unfortunate. You gotta be close, right? Oh, there we go. Like how I always assume that a monster's almost dead, and it surprises me by fighting for like 5 more minutes. And then...
Or another hour.
Or another hour, and then I'm like, oh god, this is freaking terrible, I've been fighting forever. And then I change zones, and then I smack him once and he dies. Actually, that's the other debate that's probably fairly contentious. Damage numbers. People were up in freaking arms when World first came out and there were damage numbers. Oh, Astalos is dead. But
I feel like you should be able to toggle damage
you
numbers.
can.
Now?
Yes.
Nice.
I think you can do it in Rise as well.
Because for some of us, I love the ability to be able to know, oh, I'm doing really shitty damage,
Yeah,
or I'm
exactly.
doing good damage. But at the same time, for immersion or just plain difficulty factor and suspense, it's nice to not have a goddamn clue.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I like about GU and 4 Ultimate, is that I don't know. But at the same time, going into like a training area and being like, oh, that attack is not efficient, I should be doing something else, is nice to know. So otherwise you have no means of knowing. Or you're sitting there kicking Bullfangos.
Like
Which is how they figured it out
figure
before.
out the effective distance of your bow.
Yeah.
Because it has different damage rates depending on distance, and closer does not mean better.
Mm-hmm. I mean, granted, with GU, the way they did it was the blood splatters. I mean, I'm using boomerang, so you don't really get to see them. But for melee weapons, specifically, God freaking Christ. The bigger blood spatter obviously meant that you were doing more damage. But you still didn't have a hard number. Oh, she's dead. Excellent. Beautiful. Well, Watchstone, I hope you don't mind my my ranting, but I think I'm gonna call it here for the day.
For this game.
Yeah, I might come back on with something later.
Yes,
But-
we might be back with Slime, or maybe chancing Subnautica
I kind of given up on that, to be perfectly
for
honest.
the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. We gotta dig out the dead laptop and see if it'll run the other version of Stream Elements that takes a whole lot less processing power.
Yeah, it's the older version of OBS, essentially. Let's see who is around. Kanta's live, but he's got 400 freaking viewers, and I am a small boy streamer. I do not want to, insult. Anybody playing Generations right now? Let's take all my crap.
Is anyone we know on?
The Russian is on.
Ah.
I was thinking of giving him another raid.
Hmm.
He's only got 6 people. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's go say hi to Ted Green again. He is playing Odin Sphere, a game that I actually do want to play. I believe it's another JRPG.
Mm-hmm.
But beyond that, I don't really know much else. So yeah, we're gonna go say hi to him. Seems like an interesting dude. I think we rated him last time, which is kind of why I was hesitant to do it again, because I like to just kind of spread
Bounce
people
around.
Yeah, bounce around, spread people around a bit. But at the same time, you know, it doesn't hurt to pop in and say hi, especially since I think this past week I've been kind of bad about saying hi to folks.
Yes.
I need to do that more. There's a couple of streamers that I really need to stop in and be like, hey, how you doing? I'm still alive, I promise. I still like you, I promise.
Yeah, work makes that hard.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, we might be back on later, maybe not, I don't know. Schedule is still freaking crazy. I wanted to do stuff during the week, but
being back on later mostly depends on whether
what
or
our
not
friend Duo is doing.
Duo is doing something.
Yeah, exactly. And if I can stream whatever it is that he wants me to play with him, which is usually a no.
Mm-hmm.
But, whatever. Until then, hope you all had a good time. For anybody who stopped by or you just got to lurk around a bit, we always appreciate lurkers as well. Or I'll appreciate all of you, but you know. Until next time, friendos.